I can also inform you that this time I'm trying to manage to also have this meeting recorded, as there is a lot of people that is on holiday in this time of the year, and we try to get the same information to everyone. So the topic for today is HTrack and the news and the improvements that we have on HTrack. But most of all, the start point is that HTrack is now standard on all spreaders, which means that a customer that buys a spreader, he's also getting the license for free. No extra charge, which has been for the client about 700 euros in the past. That has been seen as a quite big investment for a smaller contractor to get started with for 1-2 units to buy a license even before he really knows what kind of use he could have of it. So that's why we decided this year to make it standard. And that also will in the future definitely make even higher loyalty percentage to our products than before. But to get there, we need to have the base and foundation made for managing the HTrack accounts and registering the accounts. So that's what we are going to go through today. Product registration. Right now you're doing already product registrations on your dealer portal. So now we have integrated the HTrack registration into product registration. So I'm gonna walk through that. And then we also take from the end customer view what he needs to do, and the kind of a tutorial and wizard in getting started of setting the vehicle and equipment connection paired to HTrack, as well as the worksite. So it's my plan is that we shall handle this. We shall handle this in 1.5 hours. So let's start from that. I share my screen. Can you see my screen? All right, good. So everybody knows our webpage, should know by now. And I know that some of you are not very much into the dealer portal yet, but the dealer login is up in the left corner and HTrack on the right side of the dealer login. Let me, I must admit, I'm welcoming here a few more participants. So it takes me a while. Welcome, all of you. Well, so we then, everything starts as before through the dealer login, dealer portal. And then you log in to your dealer portal. You should have a dealer login. If you don't have a dealer login, please send me an email, and we can figure out what your login is if you haven't been active with it. It's very important that the products are registered to cover the warranties, but now even more important as the HTrack is becoming standard. So you will log in with your login credentials to the dealer portal. Product registrations through the product registration menu, product registration, and then you make a new registration. And what is new here from the past to the ones that already been registering is that it's added a new column area here, that you're adding HTrack email an HTrack phone number, which means the user, the admin of the account. So we will just make a demo account here. Starting from new user. If you already have a customer base, you can just, a customer registered in your portal, you can just use the current customer that you have there from the past. But if it's a complete new user, then we just take demo Frank and the city. I live in Bergen, and we have it in Norway. Country, but if a European country, let's say Greece, okay, Norway is also European, but if your country is within European Union, there will be coming also additional fields here for adding the VAT number. This is very important to add the VAT number, because then the client do not need to pay tax on the subscriptions, the monthly fee that is then running on every truck that they use. So within EU, the VAT number needs to be added, the client, the client's VAT number, not your company VAT number when you are registering, because this is a registration that you make for a client.
İşte benim numara var. From the CI
Norway there. Okay, and then I use my Gmail account email for the, let's say this is the client's email, then it's me. And then I will also add the client's email address and phone number, which is mine then at this point. You're adding information about the truck, where you are installing the spreader. Let's say it's a Ford. And you can add the license plate number, which is very handy for many customers that have multiple spreaders, and they can track, you know, when this machine has been, or this truck has been on service the last time as well. So especially our dealers that are doing service for clients and doing through that also coming warranties, they can easily also check, you know, is this the truck license number correct according to the serial number of the spreader that has been registered. So registering the product, you're also registering an account for the HTrack at the same time for a specific client. And you're also then having on your dealer portal the spreader that you have in stock, for example. And this spreader you choose then, let's say it's, we give a 380 to this client, to myself basically. This is a serial number. So now when you're registering this in the dealer portal, all this data will be transferred to the HTrack as well when the client is getting the HTrack account. So now when we are saving this, as I have already have this email account in the HTrack, I cannot add a new account to it. So I should add a new email address here, another email address. But it's not, I should have an end customer email address here right now. So now from here, it goes an email to the client that has been registered an HTrack account for him. And that, let's see, this, I show you how that looks like. And there is what the email looks like for the client. When you have registered the product to him, there is coming a congratulations. Thank you for purchasing a HTrack equipment. The unique two-way GPRS control tracking system is a standard feature on all HTrack spreaders. Get started with your HTrack account by clicking the link below. From here, the client is going into the HTrack, and he is choosing his own login credentials when he's going into the HTrack. He names his username, his password, according to his own wish. So going then to HTrack, I'm logging in with my account then. The client has logged in with his credentials. He can now start to pair the spreader together and also do on the pickup side as well as on the front end for the HTrack. And we have already made one video for all what is needed on the pickup side. So I'm gonna share you that video to so I think I forgot to share my screen clearly there. So when you're logged into the HTrack, you're coming, and the client has logged into HTrack, you are coming to the dashboard, and here is directly a get started menu, set up vehicle and equipment. So it's made very easy from home menu, directly set up vehicle and equipment. And here is added a video for you, so you can share, so the client can also, and for yourself as well, be able to educate yourself and your team how to do the process on the pickup side, setting up the right settings in the controller to get the HTrack to work. Because really, no one wants to read our manuals. I'm sorry, even if we are trying to keep up with them, but we are everyone the same. So videos are good. So this is the first video of the part one on the pickup side. There is also coming a video tutorial video on the front end side of HTrack as well, which will be released in 3 to 4 weeks. But I decided that we take this this video because there is a lot of registrations that are already been handled by the customers, and we need to get the information out in the field. So at first, let's have a look on this video together, and then there might come some questions and thoughts about it. Let me see. Stop. Wait a second here. Wait a second. I need to share with sound as well. This. So.
Tutorial, you will learn how to start up Hilltip's HTrack tracking system and begin taking advantage of all of the benefits of one of the most sophisticated tracking systems on the market today. We will go through the following network options: Strike Smart Controller with a modem network connection, Strike Smart Controller with a Wi-Fi connection, and the Strike Smart application with a Wi-Fi or SIM card network connection. Let's start with the Strike Smart Controller with a modem network connection. In the plastic bag numbered H25963, you will find a USB adapter cable, a piece of Velcro tape, and a 3G network modem, also called a 3G dongle. To begin, insert the SIM card into the dongle. The SIM card, together with the network subscription, should be purchased through your local cellular network supplier. Please be aware that the SIM card must be the largest model offered by your cellular provider, also referred to as standard. Begin by applying the Velcro tape to the dongle and the back of the StrikeSmart controller. Fasten the dongle in place and connect the USB cable between the dongle and the USB port found on the StrikeSmart controller. The setup is now ready to be mounted and connected to the vehicle. Please begin by pressing the Info button found on the main menu, then press About and look for the serial number. Please write the serial number down as you will need it in the steps that follow. For your information, you are also able to check the current HTrack software version installed on the controller and available future updates while in the About screen. Please go back to the main menu and press Settings, Logging, and then set HTrack as your logging alternative. Please go back to the main menu. You will now notice that the HTrack selection now appears on the main menu. Press HTrack, Settings, and make sure that the Wi-Fi is set to Disable. Please go back to the HTrack menu and press Modem Settings. Insert the PIN code for the SIM card and then choose the correct operator according to your network supplier. When the PIN code and operator is set, remember to press the OK button found in the green square. The message Connection OK will appear on the screen. If you are not able to find the correct operator in the list, please proceed to the operator field and select APN instead of operator. Insert the APN, also known as the access point name. If you are not aware of the APN, please contact your cellular network provider. Please remember to press the OK button found in the green square, and the message Connection OK will appear on the screen. Please go back to the HTrack menu, press Settings, and then Test. The StrikeSmart controller will run a quick test and give you a message that the connection is okay. I hope that you took my earlier advice and wrote down the serial number, because the last step is to enter the HTrack online platform on our homepage to complete your HTrack subscription. Let's move on to the second network option, which is the StrikeSmart controller with a Wi-Fi connection. In the plastic bag numbered H29180, you will find a Wi-Fi receiver, also called a Wi-Fi dongle. Besides an external network source, this is the only component you will need in this setup. Please insert the dongle straight into the USB port found on the StrikeSmart controller. The setup is now ready to be mounted and connected to the vehicle. Please begin by pressing the Info button found on the main menu. Then press About and look for the serial number. Please write the serial number down as you will need it in the steps that follow. For your information, you are also able to check the current HTrack software version installed on the controller and available future updates while in the About screen. Please go back to the main menu and press Settings, Logging, and then set HTrack as your logging alternative. Please go back to the main menu. You will now notice that the HTrack selection now appears on the main menu. Press HTrack, Settings, and make sure that Wi-Fi is set to Enable. Please go back to the HTrack menu and press Wi-Fi Settings. The StrikeSmart controller will now automatically look for available networks. The network you choose should have a strong connection and be safe to use. Please enter the password to access the chosen network. The password is specific to the network source. If you check the Enable Network box, the StrikeSmart controller will remember the specific network and the password for future connections. Please finish it up by clicking the Save icon. Please go back to the HTrack menu, press Settings, and then Test. The StrikeSmart controller will run a quick test and give you a message that the connection is okay. I hope you took my earlier advice and wrote down the serial number, because the last step is to enter the HTrack online platform on our homepage to complete your HTrack subscription. Let's move on to the last option, which is the StrikeSmart application on the smartphone. Please begin by making sure that the smartphone is paired and connected to the specific unit that you will track. Before you proceed, please make sure that the smartphone has a network connection either through Wi-Fi or a SIM card. If you are using a Wi-Fi network, please remember that the connection should be strong and safe to use. Press the HTrack icon found on the main menu and enable the use of HTrack. An error message will appear on the screen. Please ignore the message by pressing the OK button. You will then get HTrack information on the screen. Look for the connected device ID number and write it down, because you will need it in the steps that follow. At this stage, I also recommend that you click on the privacy policy link and read the HTrack privacy policy. The last step is to enter the HTrack online platform on our homepage to complete your HTrack subscription.
So,
in the following tutorial, you will.
All right. So, you have so the video kind of walks through the three different options that we have actually. It's giving the dongle, 3D dongle, it's giving the Wi-Fi dongle, and then with the smartphone. So we have the same controller that we have. Hardwired controller can have two different internet connection devices through the Wi-Fi or the 3D dongle. And then we have the smartphone for the smaller tailgate spreaders and sprayers. So that's why we have, it is a long video, but as you could see in the beginning, there is only one of those three that you need to look at and make the settings accordingly, as just one of those three, depending on which internet connection you have chosen to go for. The most common is with the 3D dongle. So in the beginning of the video, it says from where it starts, from 4 minutes starting the Wi-Fi and so on, and 6 minutes starting the smartphone controlled spreader. So you don't need to look through all that video when you are kind of training yourself up there. It is not to just make it more complex. I wanted to clarify that it's just one of them, which one you are choosing for. Any thoughts or questions about this one from your side?
I think the Wi-Fi connection is.
Henrik, I can't hear you.
Can you not hear me? Is it bad? Can you hear me now?
I don't know if it's wrong in my end or where, but I can't hear you.
Now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think the Wi-Fi connection is quite good, that you can share your Wi-Fi connection from your mobile phone that you already have. So,
Yes,
yeah.
Correct. There is reasons why, you know, we have been having challenges in North America also with the 3D dongles. There is a more complex with the SIM cards over there. So that's kind of one reason. Also go with Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi may work for some companies, others not. I mean, they always have to have that Wi-Fi connection or remember to share the phone,
okay.
the Wi-Fi to the controller itself. So I think that could be one of, but it's a good option addition. So they don't have to add on additional SIM cards if they, you know, don't want to. So, but did you find it complicated?
No, I think I can manage that part. I feel it's a little bit easier now, actually. When you register the vehicle and the spreader, you can also register the HTrack. It's much more easier.
Yeah, it's one, how I used to say, one-stop shop. you do everything at same, you know, it has been two different sites and we have been seeing that that's also causing kind of problems that, you know, actually that they need to register and they don't really know what to do. I mean, both end customers and dealers are getting confused of the different portals. So doing everything at one place, that's the way to go. All right. Let us then go forward. So now you have entered, you have done the connection on the spreader side. You have, according to the video, well, when that's done, there also in the video said that you should write down the controller ID number for part 2. So now basically part 2 starts, that you're now having internet connection with your controller in the vehicle. Well, now we need to tell the portal the serial number. What's, for example, serial number this your specific controller is having, so we or the HTrack can identify that client's controller. So this is information that the end customer is putting in to his portal. This is nothing that you are doing. This is the end customer's job. But I want to show you this so you know what it is about. Of course, you also need to do this, the same thing on your demo account, as all dealers should have an HTrack dealer account themselves. So here you are then adding on the serial number that is in your controller. And you can add the vehicle name just for your reference. It's a Ford demo. And for every account that is registered, the HTrack is automatically creating one subscription. The subscription means that you're having a working subscription for 1 month ahead. After that, the client needs to then pay the monthly fee for the service of storing data on the server and also keeping the tracking data available in 5 years. So it's the license is for free, which was 700 euro approximately in the past. There was also the same monthly fee in the past, but now it's only the monthly fee left for the client to pay. And the monthly fee is for free 1 month. And that is just due to that the customer can get the HTrack account set it up prior he has to pay anything, so he can get it up and running. The client has also the registration that you did, then the client will see also the spreader that was registered. So he can select that this spreader is having this controller ID. Well, as I'm using wrong controller IDs here, I cannot save it now. But I should go with an accurate controller ID. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I have any subscription on my demo account available. They are all taken. That's a little pity. Well, it doesn't matter in this stage, as I have already used all my subscriptions. But going then forward, that I have now signed on my account, the admin account, this specific demo vehicle, and it's registered. Then now I can start to track the data that has been sent from the vehicle according to from this specific controller, for example. And that's what is needed to get started for the end customer, to register the serial number of the controller. That's the minimum, nothing else. So the setup is very simple and straightforward. The advantage then from there is I'm logging into another account to get the tracking data done. So then when you have the account from start, when you have the account up and running and you have tracking, you have also been doing some treatment for the client. Advantages is that he has easy access based on customer site, for example. He can get tracking very quickly if there is a request from a client to get performance evidence, for example. And also completely tracking on how much time he's spending on a site per time and how often he has been there during the past months. Bringing then the HTrack to the next level is then that it requires that, I mean, for easy access of tracking data, that requires that the customer starts to make these work sites that I'm now showing here. So that's the following step for the end customer, to create work sites and register his customers in the portal so he can easily access to the different sites and get a quick overview of what has been happening during the past 24 hours, for example. And how we can get these quick reports, I will show you now in the next step. I go into the HTrack account. So, and that's again made now easier from the previous version. it's been added this setup worksite link. So the previous that we looked at was get started, set up vehicle and equipment. That was here. The video and adding the tracking data. Then the second one, set up worksite. The ones that has been working with HTrack previously knows that all these menus has been here under here, and they are continuously staying there, that you can add customers, contracts, spreading settings, and worksite separately, as well as previous vehicle settings, subscriptions, equipment, and drivers that we did in the first step. These are still there and can be managed separately there, but now as the customers needs to have a very easy step in getting started, we have made this wizard steps how to do to get started, instead of going through different menus here to fill up data for equipment, controller ID, drivers, and so on. So that's the improvement that has been done here to make it easy to get started. And the same thing with worksites, easy to get started for the clients to take the HTrack to the next level, to register their work sites. So we have a work site, and we just call it ABC, a new work site. And we have a customer, and the client has a customer. Well, he has not registered this customer yet, or he has it already in the database. He can choose it from here. It's a new work site from the same customer that he already have registered. If he hasn't, he doesn't need to go through all the menus here to make them different. He can do it right away here to name the customer ABC. And the contract, what is the contract? What does that mean? Well, it's a contract for 2021, for example. And you save them both. And the address, you can add optionally there, or any description, spreading extra in front of exit, for example. Well, then we have the map here, and we have, you see, Jakobstad. Let me see this one. All right. So now we have got a contract here that I need to handle with both plowing and spreading. Well, I don't know the area very much, how big it is. So here I can easily get that measured as well, that in this contract now, for example, it will be this area here that I need to, is under my contract. And when I have marked up this area, I just put down, and it appears here that is 17,287 square meters. Well, yet I have not put it in any spreading settings, but I have already spreading setting for schools, which is a certain gram per square meter. And then it's coming automatically out here how much salt I will need for this entire parking lot, 347 kilograms. Well, when that's done, I save it, and now I have this worksite ready there. So now going forward, when the client comes to that worksite, it's automatically letting him know that he has now arrived to a worksite that is named ABC, and he just confirmed, and the spreader can start to spread according to those spreading settings. I said that I have already spreading setting configured for for schools, but you can add many different spreading settings here. For example, security level or storm level 1, 2, 3, or you can name it hospitals. You have it depended on what type of contractor it is. It can name of highway roads, or it can be named parking areas or markets or so on. That now this one is a 30 RAM per square meter setting. And I also put that it's automatic mode, and it should always be 4 meter spreading, but you don't have to. That can also be done by the client. He can adjust the spreading of it in the controller, but you can also say that it should always be spread with 4 meter, and you can fix it to that from the portal itself. So it's needed much less education as well by the operators. And also some operators may forget to put the beacon light on when he's arriving the work site. Well, you can operate, or the manager can operate that from here, from the site. Automatic vibration as well. So now I have a new spreading setting for hospitals. Or let's say we make this service station. Then it's more kind of accurate to the work site that we previously looked at. Let's say we have the work sites here, A, B, C, that we just made, all right? And then we change the spreading setting for service station. Well, now it's increased the salt needs for 519, up to 519 kilos. Now he can estimate, the contract can estimate much more quicker how much salt he will need per season when he's calculating all his work sites in total. A much more easier bidding. So this is how the client can take the HTrack to the next level, from at first getting started and just getting the connections, and spreading data just without any customer and contract information. He can put everything under one thing. He doesn't need to add any worksite, customers, contract, etc. But if he want to be able to easily get the data visible in a specific date, in a specific area, then it's better that he also specify the different work sites. Any thoughts, any questions?
Yes. So if I understand it right, then we can you can remote control the spreader. If you are calling out and you are sitting in front of your laptop at home, then you can control the spreaders from home. So you can, if you're changing the text, extra material in front of the exit, then you can change the text there. And when the driver arrives, then he sees that text message. Is that true?
Yeah. So, sorry. Yes. Well, I'm not 100% sure to your question, but what you can do, if I'm telling that, yeah, the spreading setting. So you can change. Let's say I can change the spreading setting from the portal, and that data will be sent to the controller for all different work sites. You can do that with just a few clicks. Well, that spreading setting is then sent to the controller. So when the driver arrives to the portal, it asks him, should I use this spreading setting that is already fixed for this work site? And he just confirms. There is also a way, a setting in the controller itself that you can choose that if it shall ask the driver or if it's automatically always using it and starting to work according to the preset setting. So I don't know the question. Did you get answer on it, Henrik?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. When you're changing the text, you're writing extra material in front of exit.
Ah, okay, yeah, extra, yeah, that part. Sorry, that is that information is not there yet, but it's coming. That is just as a it is on the list to be coming on the release for end of August. There is also some other points that I will bring that that's coming for end of August. It is yeah, electronic service book, and there is also error messages also to be seen again in the HTrack portal. But also the electronic service book is communicating then with the portal itself that you as a dealer have full control of when this spreader has been served the last time. And there will be also a possibility to add in the HTrack how often you want that the spreaders that you register the HTrack, how often you want that they grease the bearings, check the connectors, and also bring them in for annual service to you, for example. And that communication can be sent to the controller and ask the client to do specific things, and also bring for annual service. So yeah, there is a few communications messages yet that they are working on for the next release, but those will be informed here later. Thank you, Henrik. Any other questions and thoughts from anyone? Feel free, don't be afraid. So,
hi, Frank, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very, very weakly.
Hi, Frank. Is that better?
Hi, Chris. Now it's perfect.
Will there be tutorial videos for the worksite setup and the other side?
Absolutely, it's coming. We are working on it currently, yes. It's coming, but it's coming 2 more additional videos. Thank you for the question, Chris. It's coming for both the front end setup, as we just here walked quickly through, and there is also coming the next level worksite setup as well, a tutorial video for the clients. So that's also something that we have on a target by end of August. It should be up there on the portal itself.
Frank, do you hear me?
Yes.
Will this video, this explaining video, tutorial video be available in different languages? Maybe French or German?
Yes, I think we will be doing that as well.
Perfect.
We just need someone that that reads in the text.
No problem. You can send me the text if you want. I can translate. That's not a problem for me. But we have much customers speaking French, so
yes, yeah.
speak English.
Yeah, we think that it's something that we need to work on. But there is at first we need to have the English version 100% in a way that we want to have it. Because we know how it is. We are now with manuals, we are handling 10, 11 different languages. And it's when you are changing in one end, it's becoming 11 times more.
Yes, I can understand. Thank you.
Oh, okay, thank you. Any other questions? Any other thoughts? And like I said, this will be a very important part in the coming season for all of you, that you are actually activating these, and also when you are selling the spreaders, that you are really letting the customers know that they have a HTrack account, because, and also activating it, because it will create really loyalty for you to the client. I mean, the client will have the loyalty to you through that spreader, because once they start to use the HTrack, they will not go for another spreader next time they are making an additional spreaders. As no one else on the market is offering it, it's very important that you offer it, because when the client is ready for it, there is no other options on the market. So it's a real sales tool for all of you. So, well, I think it was pretty much, I mean, on the HTrack side, I mean, it's very easily that, you know, to making things a lot complicated and a lot more complicated. But for the ones that has been in the HTrack before, the menus that are repeating here that you have now under here, you can do it separately under equipment here, and then adjust as well different controllers and spreaders, and make those adjustments under these setting menus. But this was in the past, this is the change. This was in the past very complicated for new clients to start with customer settings and to know in which order he should put and get the connection. How does this make sense together? Why do I need to add it? So I think you all understand that part now a little bit, that it's, you know, to get it more visible for the clients. And please do not hesitate when you are working it with yourself, with any hints, improvements, anything. Please don't hesitate to give information to us on what you would like to see improvements on. How is everything else? I think I'm on the HTrack side. I'm okay. The meeting has been recorded. I will be also sending out the tutorial videos that when they are coming to you by email, letting you know that they are there. And yeah, I think we are having a general from Hilti. We are having a very busy season ahead. And that's what we like. Today we have 29 degrees in Jakobstad, Pietarsaari, Finland. It's the last summer day. I can tell you it's the last one. From here today, we are gonna have 17, 18 degrees shows the weeks ahead. So, and today it's 29 degrees. So it's kind of cutting off, and that's how it usually does. When August hits, it's winter in my mind. And it's becoming really a busy winter, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we get some shows starting up as well, get to travel, get to see you. I'm soon starting to travel on the balls here, but it is what it is. 1.5 years here makes some impact, definitely, but we will take it back when the show's over. Looking forward to see all of you at some point when we get to that point, but I'd like to thank you all for now and wish you a good holiday. I'm sorry to disturbing some of you guys on the holiday, but enjoy the time that you have left and enjoy the summer. Thank you very much.